What's going on, people? Kagey is here, back with another match review, and we're just going to get straight into it, yeah? No Vaseline. So we're talking Leeds United 5, Newcastle United 2. This was the bounce back performance that I was waiting for after that West Ham defeat, and I was very disappointed with that one, as you could tell from the last video. But I knew that these guys had it in them to give a team this, and especially a team like Newcastle. With all due respect to Newcastle, for me, they're a big club, but they've got a lot of average players, and they don't have a specific style of play that worried me in any way under Steve Bruce, and that's just the way that I see it. You know, I mean, I'm disappointed that we conceded another set piece, because it just keeps that narrative going about us being weak at set pieces and stuff. They've got to work on that. You know, it's not a narrative, it's bloody true at the minute, isn't it? But, you know what I mean, it just gives everyone something to beat us over the head with while we're playing this way. You know, get a set piece against Leeds United, you'll be successful. Hopefully the players and Bielsa are going to work on this, you know, extensively and just cut out some of these simple goals. I mean, I'm just going to go with their second goal, because, you know, their first one was against the run of play. That happens, you know. But the second one, it was like somebody set the computer on FIFA on easy, amateur. You know, they've just put in the ball, simple header and a goal. You know, that's just too easy for me. You have to at least let people work for it, and no one's working for it when they're on set pieces at the minute. As I say, hopefully that improves as well, especially once our main defenders are back, and just gives us more of a presence in the box. I don't want to concentrate too much on the goals conceded, though, because I want to talk about the 5 goals that we scored. And as I said, I wasn't surprised that we played this way against Newcastle. Newcastle played this way against nearly everybody. Low block, and just hope that they can do enough to get a point or win the game. And I just knew when we came up, I targeted teams like Newcastle and said, if we play our game, if we impose our system, there's no way that they can contain us. And I was right. I was right yesterday, and we really stuck it on Newcastle. You know, first goal, again, RAPHINHA, another magnificent display. You know, this guy, for me, he's making everyone else just look, you know, just a touch below him. Well, not a touch, he's making them look a class below him. You know, RAPHINHA on the ball is just magic, and it's not even just the magic he possesses. He's doing it, and he's making chances. He's doing it on a consistent basis. I think only the Chelsea and West Ham games I can say that he wasn't, you know, really noticeable in the games, but that was probably the same with everybody. But in every other game, he's just done something that you can just see why he was rated so highly, and why he's so upset that he only got sold for like 17 million. You know, I know he takes that very personally, and I love that. I love that about him. You know, you can see in his demeanor, he knows that he's got it. He knows that he can make a play. You know, the first goal, he for me, I actually sent a tweet out at the time, just after the first goal. I said, look, never mind the left-hand side, just go to the right and just give it to RAPHINHA. You know, he's just too good. And he was creating all kinds of problems for Newcastle. They just couldn't contain him. And, you know, it's another goal for BAMFORD, who I'm going to shout out here again. 9th goal of the season, all from open play. I think as I record this, he's the, you know, leading scorer from open play. Credit to him, man. He just keeps on improving and keeps on sticking it on everybody who thought he couldn't do it. That's including me. I don't try and revise history here. I was one of those. Cannot believe he's got 9 goals. And I still say, even at this stage, you know, even the most ardent BAMFORD supporter would say, wow, 9 goals already. This is amazing, because it is, you know, he just looks so comfortable in the Premier League. His game, I think VAR and the way that Premier League defenders defend without being championship roughhouses suits his game so much better. I just think he's enjoying the space. I think he's enjoying the confidence of having Bielsa say to him, yeah, you're my man. Not only in the championship, but in the Premier League. I think it's just giving him an unbelievable sense of belief, and he's just running with it. You know, we're talking about Patrick Bamford here, 9 goals. He only got 16 last season. I'll put that in context. At this moment in time, Ivan Toney, not even halfway through the championship season, has got 16 for Brentford right now. So that just shows you, you know, especially, you got to think about our team being a high creation team, high chance creation team. This shows you just how much he's improved, and maybe just how much the Premier League suits his game. He was up until he got substituted, he was everywhere, working hard for the team, creating stuff for the team, making space. Shout out Bamford, man, and just continue doing this, man. As long as you're doing this, you will keep everybody that supports Leeds, that love Leeds, happy. You know, you cannot complain with how Bamford's doing right now. You know, guys got compilations now on the timeline. I saw a Bamford compilation. It's crazy times. So Bamford was good for the first. Second goal, again, and another one that came up, you know, and I said as well, I don't think I said it on the video, but I think I said it in a tweet. Either way, I did say, I said, Jack Harrison has had a couple of, you know, low quality games. Maybe he needs a game away. Well, but I also made the caveat of a game against Newcastle is probably exactly what Jack Harrison needs. And I was right. You play these players against teams like Newcastle because you're going to get joy. You know, and this isn't disrespect to Newcastle, but if you've watched Newcastle, I think even a Newcastle United fan will tell you they don't play exciting football. It's very defensive. It's very, let's catch this team on the break. Let's catch this team with a set piece. Let's just catch this team out while we soak up a load of pressure. It's not very exciting football. So if you can exploit the spaces that they'll leave, get behind the low block, you'll have some success. And Jack Harrison had just that. Amazing performance. You know, he set a lovely, you know, ball up for Rodrigo to head in for our second goal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just a fantastic goal. Rodrigo, again, he's building himself up after his COVID, you know, break, and you know he again, like RAPHINHA, he's in that class above of what we've got, and it shows every time he's on the ball. He just got that aura about him, that sense of high quality of, yeah, I play for Spain, and you know about it. And his header was a magnificent header. Third goal ahead, Stuart Dallas. Nice to see him pop up on the score sheet. I think he's one of our consistent players. I'd like to see him just consistently play at left back. Not much to say about the third goal. Put us a front, and then that was it. You know, we move on to the fourth and fifth goals, and I'm just going to give a quick word about Pablo Hernandez because he came on as a sub and really, you know, just added another touch of quality to the game. And for me, this is how Pablo Hernandez has got to be used. Not so much as a starter. I think when you're starting with 100% fit players at the start, I don't know if it's going to suit him in the Premier League, I'll be honest. But you bring him on for the last 20 minutes against a tired team, especially when they've, you know, done mostly defending all game. It suits Pablo Hernandez at this stage of his career. And, you know, he got 2 assists in the game. You know, shout out to Pablo as well. Kept his head up, you know, after, you know, reacting angrily for getting subbed. You know, he's been out in the wilderness a bit, whether it's been injury, whether he's just been dropped. But he came back in and he just slotted in and gave us that touch of class that we needed just to finish out that game. You know, and it's something telling as well, because when he's on the pitch, you can see that the players appreciate his touch of class on the pitch. They look more assured when Pablo's on there. Just at this stage of his career, unfortunately, I think it's going to be best in cameo appearances. You know, but, you know, he did well on the break. You know, we were defending a corner, and instead of getting conceded on, we scored on a bigger counter attack. And you know, I'm not going to mention, you know, bad performances today, but well done for Alioski for finishing off the move. You know, there was a choice of like 3 or 4 people to seal the deal, and you know, you could see Harrison. I think he was happy for Alioski, but he was like, you know, I wish I had got that one, and you know, got this monkey off my back over the last few weeks. I've been close with no cigar, and I think Jack Harrison wanted that one, but he got his, and his was the goal of the game for me. Again, Pablo Hernandez, you know, we're defending as Newcastle are trying to push forward, and Harrison then takes the pass from Pablo and unleashes a left foot strike into the top corner from outside the box, and you know, RAPHINHA's there straight away with his arm around him. That tells you, yo, that was good. And you know, I think RAPHINHA even said as much on his Instagram after the game. You know, he's proud of that strike. You know, Brazilians, they appreciate, good football like that. And Harrison carried that ball. There was a lot to do. There was a lot to do for Jack Harrison, and he carried it. He carried it far, and he had the composure just to stay composed and hit that in the top corner. Beautiful goal, beautiful goal. If you haven't seen it, go see it, man. It's worth the watch. Again, like RAPHINHA, Jack Harrison had a great game. Started off a bit shaky as he would, because he's been a bit low on confidence, but he grew into the game, and he was absolutely terrorizing their right hand side. Shout out Jack Harrison, shout out Patrick Bamford, shout out Pablo for his cameo, RAPHINHA for being quality at all times. I don't think there's much else I've got to say about the game. I just want to make this brief, and just to show my delight that I did say that we can bounce back, and I knew that this was the perfect game to do it. I just knew it. And well, next up for us is Manchester United away, so that will be very interesting. I think as I speak now, Man United have got Sheffield United to play. I'm expecting them to absolutely give them a slapping. I think Man United are just gonna tear Sheffield United apart. On the contrary to that, it could be a 1-0 shithousing win to Sheffield United, who knows. But regardless of the result in that, it's going to be a completely different game against us. I can't even call it at this time, not even going to try. It's way too early. We don't know who's available, we don't know who's going to be injured, whatever it is. But I'm looking forward to it, man. And as long as these players play with the belief, I think we'll also have that extra advantage of our players being closer to the city, as in closer to the fans, and they'll know just how much it means, on our side to win it. I think that the players for Leeds are more in touch with their fans, dare I say. I just think that they're, more every day. We've only just come up from the Championship, so these players are very much in touch with the fan base and know just how much it will mean. So hopefully that gives them the extra push, because I know people, we joke about Man United, but they've still got quality players in there, so we have to be careful of getting hit on the break, especially with some of their players like, Bruno Fernandes, who are always trying to spaz a through ball, always. Paul Pogba, if he's allowed a bit more of a license, can create too. It's Greenwood, Rashford. There's a lot of threats. So I'm not going to give a score prediction right now. I'm just going to say I'm looking forward to the game, and I'm just glad that the boys have got that 5-2 win in the bank to go forward and build off and take it forward into this game against Man United. So yeah, that's all I want to say about the game yesterday. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, man. And I will be back for a Man United review. I don't think I'm going to do a preview. I'll just do a match review again. And that is it. Let's go Leeds.